a break. We only had like a 30-second break, but we're like, well, let's talk. You came on this set 3 weeks ago, and you said that when you went to Detroit, they weren't excited about voting for Kamala Harris. And we were very surprised. But we also heard from a lot of people that went knocking for doors in Pennsylvania, that every door they knocked on, people said they were going to be voting for Donald Trump. And I guess the question is, why were people in Detroit so motivated to vote for Joe Biden in 2020 and not to vote for Kamala Harris in 2024?
I think that people felt in many ways deflated. I think the misinformation campaign that got through to a lot of them, I think that in many cases people had given up, and that's one of the reasons civil rights groups and others like mine, National Action Network, went out saying get out the vote. Kamala Harris was a great candidate. She did well. She's the third biggest vote getter in presidential election history. There was nothing wrong with her. And I think that as you talk about senators having to think down the road, we have got to think across the board how we make sure you energize voters and make voters understand what they're doing. One of the reasons on January 20th, while Trump is being inaugurated as Martin Luther King Day, we've called for a rally on the other side of Washington. We're not protesting the inauguration, but we're saying we've got to recharge the dream. It is Martin Luther King's federal holiday that day. We have got to give people the reason to be engaged that meets them, rather than, as I always say to you on the show, rather than these ivory tower ideas that means nothing to people that have to go and buy groceries every day or trying to afford life. We've got to bring it back to them.
And that's a great point. I mean,